Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to check out the eShop new releases for the Nintendo Switch from July the 23rd to July the 29th, 2018. Welcome to Rock Solid Productions. My name is Gary, your host here on these adventures as we check out the 12 new releases this week in the Nintendo eShop for the Switch. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way, each week, if you have a Switch and you want to know what's coming out, what's cool, what's kind of meh, we'll run you through everything that you have here. For those who have watched us for some time, you may notice, we have our new display here. This is our Samsung 4K display. I had a chance, if you haven't done so yet, follow Cheap Ass Gamer on Twitter. You can follow me at Rock Solid Studios, but follow him too. Last Sunday, he had tweeted out a deal where Target had a glitch in their system where you could combine 5 15% off coupons and get a $20 off coupon as well on a purchase over $50. I got a $900 Vizio 70-inch TV, which replaced this one in my living room for under 400 bucks. Pretty cool deal. Again, check out Cheap Ass Gamer over on Twitter. So we have a bunch, like I mentioned, 12 different new releases this week, and they are starting out with just two of the greatest games ever to hit the 16-bit era. This is the Mega Man Legacy Collection, and this is coming out on the 24th. The Mega Man X Legacy Collection, this is $19.99, and you do get 100 Nintendo eShop coins. And the great thing about this is the fact that it is the Mega Man that we remember from the X series, and these are some of the best action platformers ever produced in the 16-bit era. Many people may not have realized that the robot you played in Mega Man 1 through 5 or 6 and Mega Man X, they're actually two different characters. The Mega Man X Legacy Collection includes the legendary 16-bit titles and the series' exciting foray into the 32-bit era with Mega Man X, X2, X3, and Mega Man X4. The heroic robot grows stronger as he takes down Mavericks and steals their weapons and can dash and wall jump, making for a thrilling, fast-paced combat experience. You can test your skills in the new X Challenge mode, which pits players against two deadly bosses in 2-on-1 battles. You can explore huge museums filled with rare production art, catalogs of classic merchandise, a playlist of nostalgia commercials, and a whole lot more. Now, with the Mega Man X2 Legacy Collection, you can complete the exciting Mega Man X Saga with this collection of 4 action-packed titles. Spanning 2 gaming eras, this collection showcases the evolution of the series with Mega Man X5, 6, and 7. And Mega Man 8. Both Mega Man X and his ally Zero return as playable characters, allowing players to jump and shoot through challenging stages with X's arm cannon or slash through enemies with Zero's energy saber. The Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2 also includes an armory of new features where you can test your skills in the new X Challenge mode, just like in the Legacy Collection 1. This will pit you against deadly bosses exactly the same way. You also have the same type of museum with production art, catalogs, classic merchandise, the songs, commercials, and you also get an animated prequel film starring the origins of Mega Man X villain Sigma. Now, with the Mega Man Legacy Collection, same price, $19.99, and these are going to be available on the 24th, so a little bit later in the week on Mega Man Legacy 1 and 2 on here. And like I say, I don't know that a lot of people realized, let's go here, that this Mega Man, or the Mega Man X, is not the same as Mega Man that we got on the NES. Also coming out on the 24th, this is Semblance. This is $9.99 and comes out on the 24th. Semblance is an innovative platformer with deformable terrain, set in a beautiful minimalist world. It's a game that asks, what if you could deform and reshape the world itself? Semblance takes the idea of a platform and platformer and turns it on its head, where the platforms were actually part of the gameplay, part of the way you solve problems. This is a one-player, kind of classic sort of platformer game that, again, reimagines it for the next generation. This one here, again, $9.99, comes out on the 24th. On the 26th, this is the Banner Saga 3 Obviously, third in the trilogy here. And $24.99, you do get 125 Nintendo eShop coins. And if you remember from earlier episodes of Switch It Up, and if you haven't seen so, please make sure that you go back and see it. This is a really unique RPG that is set more in Norse mythology than many other, where they go to medieval times in Great Britain. This is designed to be more of a Viking style RPG. One of the cool things too is if you own or buy Banner Saga 1 and 2, you can save 40% on this title here. Now with Banner Saga 3, this is the final dramatic chapter in the mature story-driven Viking RPG series, which has won over 20 awards and has been nominated for 4 BAFTA awards. As the world continues to crumble around you, who can you trust? How can you protect your allies? And what choices will you make as the darkness draws near? Witness the Banner Saga as you've never seen it before, as a dark force takes over and affects everything you've come to know in the beautifully hand-painted finale of this trilogy. Choose new playable characters to join your party, including Dredge heroes. Take advantage of new upgrade options as they progress into battle. And you also get deeper strategic combat with new battle wave systems against a myriad of new enemies. The Valhalla Spear and the heroic titles that players customize their playstyle even further in this one player. Like I say, it's a Viking style RPG, $24.99, and then you can save 40% if you own or buy Banner Saga 1 and 2. On the 26th comes Sleep Tight. And this one is $14.99, and you do get 75 Nintendo eShop coins. Very cartoony, top-down sort of game that we're looking at here. In Sleep Tight, you'll build that pillow fort, you'll grab that dart gun, and try to survive one more night. This unique twin-stick shooter base builder hybrid comes wrapped in blankets of nostalgia. Construct your strongest pillow fort during the day and defend your bedroom from endless hordes of monsters each and every night. This fast-paced arcade-style game packs some deep strategy, and you'll need to use your wits if you're going to survive to the top of the leaderboards. There are 12 unlockable characters where you can mix and match playstyles, and an abundance of silly monsters, a charming score, and endless amounts of nights that increase in difficulty as you progress. One of the things that they do wish you in here is good luck, sleep tight as you try to survive the night. This is Sleep Tight that comes out on the 26th for $14.99. Candle the Power of the Flame, this comes out on the 26th as well. This is also $14.99, and you do also get 75 Nintendo eShop coin. Candle is an adventure with challenging puzzles where you can play as Tiku, a young novice on a dangerous journey to rescue your tribe shaman from the evil tribe of the Wachaka. But the way is littered with sinister traps and difficult obstacles. This is a one-player game, and the thing that I like about it is it, animation-wise, it kind of reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are. If you remember that game or that book from when we were kids. And again, Candle Power of the Flame, $14.99, comes out on the 26th. Now, Crossing Souls comes out on the 26th too, and this one is also $14.99, and it's basically set in 1986 California. A group of friends discover a mysterious pink stone. This stone allows you to travel between two different realms. The gang will live the summer of their lives in an adventure that will get them involved in a government conspiracy. Control 5 kids with special skills while fighting and solving puzzles in order to save your families from the world. Crossing Souls is an action-adventure set in a California suburb in the midst of a supernatural event that rocks the small community as grand forces siege the town. You'll control 5 characters: Chris, Matt, Charlie, Big Joe, and Kevin, each one with their own skills and combat styles. You'll change characters on the fly and use each character's special abilities to overcome any obstacle and target to get your foe's weaknesses. Fight in real time, solve clever puzzles, face off against powerful bosses, and play special levels inspired by 1980s era arcade video games. This is $14.99, comes out on the 26th. For $9.99, you'll get Pixel Lines DX 500 more puzzles. And if you couldn't get enough of Pixel Lines DX, this game is for you. Another Pixel Lines game with 500 new and sometimes feisty puzzles for you to wrap your mind about. 25 new puzzle packs with 20 puzzles each containing famous places and people, works of genius, and a very challenging one-color puzzle. Draw lines and connect pairs of numbers to complete a hidden picture in this feverishly addictive picture puzzle game. Connect numbers in the same color using the same number of blocks as the numbers. Easy controls let you draw line after line as you gradually reveal the picture, and once you'll start, you'll be hooked. Some of the 500 puzzles include the Arc de Triomphe, the Mona Lisa, Dolphins, Pegasus, Beethoven, Heracles, Michelangelo's David, works of literature including Alice in Wonderland, and the most difficult prize yet, the one-color puzzle. The entire puzzle is one solid color and it's made up of long lines. This one is only for geniuses. Select them in any order of multiple puzzles on the go, resuming any one at any time. And a special behind-the-scenes look is provided where you can look at some of the pixel art created by Score Studios. There are 36 pages of character design, sketches, icon doodles, and promotional artwork to admire, some of which have never been seen before. Now, Pixel Lines DX 500 More Puzzles is a standalone game. You do not need the original to be able to play this. For $9.99, it looks like a unique and fun puzzle sort of game. Go vacation. I would like to go on vacation. Where should we go? How about the Missouri Game Con? We'll have some information on that in a bit. This one is $49.99, and you can chill out with your family and friends on Kauai Island. On this paradise resort where friends and family can enjoy 50+ co-op and competitive activities, there are all sorts of exciting ways to explore the island. From horseback to buggies, snowmobiles to inline skates, and to add to the fun, up to 4 players can enjoy visiting and discovering every corner of the island together. If you're playing multiplayer, each player uses their own Joy-Con. Experience hours of fun and something new each and every day. You can customize your character, which looks a lot like me's. You have different costumes, vehicles, and even pets. Daily presence and challenge mean that you will want to keep coming back to the island of Kauai to explore more terrain and play through activities all over again. Me or in-game characters of friends and family may show up, and if they do, you can compete against them anytime. Or you can customize your own villa by earning over 450 pieces of furniture. This is Go Vacation, and it's actually coming from Nintendo, although I think Namco Bandai has a little bit something to do with it, I thought I saw in there. Now, I like to see this again, 15% off if you pre-order. It's $6.99 normally. You get it for $5.49 with 30 Nintendo eShop coins. This is Final Light the Prison, and this is available on July the 27th. Yet another Metroidvania style of game. Governments and institutions manipulated by very powerful men created a perverse construction for their service under the pseudonym Black Butterfly. One of these terrifying secret buildings was the S-313 building, created in 1968 in an inhospitable area unknown to humanity. Politicians, spies, inventors, and anyone else who could possibly harm those who live in the shadows and control the world were imprisoned, while others were led to believe that they had simply disappeared. They were flooded with darkness and confusion, being subjected to all kinds of barbaric acts. Many prisoners and non-prisoners died, and their souls became trapped within this prison's walls. Now it's a ghost prison where everything that happens stays in the past. Freeing these hate-filled souls will be our irresponsible and difficult mission. You can play by conspiring against governments and secret institutions. You'll either participate or don't. In certain areas of the game, you'll find small tests that you can take. If you pass them, you win a reward. The decision to accept the challenge or not depends entirely on you. In the virtual store, you can get or buy all the many weapons with specific uses for each adverse situation. There are 2 types, consumables and others that come loaded and never run out. There are huge, difficult to defeat bosses with a ton of replayability with a variety of challenges to overcome. There's a dark, desolate, and extremely hostile environment to battle. And again, this is a Metroidvania style of gameplay. For $5.49 to start out with, if you like that. It also has, the main character here even reminds me a little bit of Kratos from God of War. So Final Light the Prison, something you may want to check out. And finally this week, our last 2 games that we have, we're going to start here with Element. This comes out on the 27th of July. And with this is $11.99. And there are no Nintendo eShop coins. Element is a real-time strategy space game for people who don't have time to play real-time strategy space games. Home no longer provides any means to survive for you. A fight for resources to escape our system has begun, and the future lies beyond. Element is a visually stunning real-time strategy space game with a focus on sharp, accessible gameplay. Element is for those who love beautifully crafted, original-looking games, designed for people who are into space and strategy games, but don't have hours and hours of time to invest into it. It's also for gamers who do enjoy launching missiles and blowing up stuff. Your mission is to escape a decaying solar system, and you need to visit each planet, mine enough element, and defeat the enemy to progress to the outer planets and beyond. You'll generate energy, mine element, build attack and defense units, and destroy the enemy while maintaining a balance between earth, air, and fire. This is Element for $11.99. Finally this week we have Hello Neighbor. Reminds me of Tin the Two-Man Tailor. Hello Neighbor is a stealth horror game about sneaking into your neighbor's house to figure out what horrible secrets he's hiding in the basement. You play against an advanced AI that learns from your every move. Really enjoying climbing through that backyard window? Well, expect a bear trap there next time. Sneaking through the front door? Well, there's going to be cameras for you there soon. Trying to escape? The neighbor will find a shortcut to try to catch you. Hello Neighbor is $39.99. Comes out on the 27th. That will do it for this week's releases. Now, on the 31st and later, we do have Code of Princess EX Flashback, which has been delayed a number of times, Titan's Quest, State of Anarchy, 1979 Revolution, Flat Heroes, Crush Your Enemies, Road to Valhalla. There's a lot of different games coming out next week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way when we do come back next week for our episode here of Switch It Up, you are kept up to date with everything. Now, one thing of note here, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, well, those dates are important because that's when the Missouri GameCon will be going on. And I will actually be there walking the floor. Rumor is I may be spending some time on a panel with John Riggs. If you're not familiar with John, check out his channel up there. He's got some great stuff coming up. I don't quite know what we're doing yet. All I know is he's asked me, hey, can you bring some soldering supplies with you? So if I had to put money on it, I bet we're going to do an open cart surgery. So make sure if you are in the area, come on down to the Missouri GameCon. I'll have the information down in the pinned comment below. Now, if you do have any questions or comments about anything that you've seen here today in Switch It Up, as always, feel free to leave it down in the comments. You can also email me too at rocksolidmail@gmail.com or hit me up on my Twitter account at rocksolidstudios. We always have the conversation going over on our Facebook page at facebook.com/rocksolid. And don't forget, if you have not done so yet, check out the pinned comment that I mentioned below, where we are giving away a Nintendo NES Classic Edition on our drive to 5,000 subscribers. There's a couple different ways that you can enter. Being a subscriber to the channel is one of the ways to enter to win. Check out our Twitter and Facebook pages, and perhaps the best way that you could enter and how you get the most entries is by visiting my friend Gerardo. His daughter, 4-year-old Camilla, going through cancer. This is our last episode for July. All of our proceeds from our Switch It Up videos will be going to him and his family at gofundme.com/Camilla-Gonzalez. She's fighting a rare form of cancer that attacks the muscle tissue. Cancer is a terrible disease. I know I lost my mom to it. My girlfriend has fought it. My brother has fought it. If you can do anything to help out the Gerardo Gonzalez family, I would greatly appreciate it. Plus all the ad revenue that we have from our July episodes of Switch It Up, we are donating and we are matching and doubling what that amount is and donating it to the family as well. So that is this week's episode of Switch It Up. 12 really cool titles coming to the Nintendo Switch on the eShop. I hope you guys have appreciated the new display. Kind of looking at things already, it looks like it's going to work out a whole lot better than the old one. My name is Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. That way, when we come out with our next episode next week, you are kept up to date. I do thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.